Today I'm going to redo a video I made because this was very much in a shiny spot and you couldn't see the numbers. My background piece for this pocket page, which can be added to an album or an album page, is 9.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and I'm using black. And the top piece is 4.25 by 9.25. I'm just going to see if this is square. It looks a teeny bit off. I put tape all around the outside, and when I went to put it on, it's a little bit off. So let's square it up. And on these I put a corner rounder on the edges. Now I've never used the corner rounder with glue on my corners before, so we shall see what happens. Okay, so I'm just adhering, there's glue around the outside edges. And I'm going to center this I'm having trouble centering today. Okay, that's going to be my front piece. Now on the back, I've drawn these same lines. So I have 2 inches from the bottom and then 1 inch between. And I'm going to take a knife and this is 3/8 inch on the sides. I am going to just slice below and top a Sharpie, regular Sharpie line. I want 2 slender lines cut out. So I cut on both sides of the line, from the line to the next line. Then I go to the top of the line, I do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to do this 5 times. Two done. I probably should use a metal ruler. I do this all the time. I take out little chunks from my ruler. But I like being able to see through it. That's why I use an acrylic ruler. Now these slots or slits will be where we put our Picture My Life cards or photos when it's attached to the bottom of an album page or a layout. I had to go through 2 pieces, and it looks like they all went through. Now I'm going to take a crocodile. You can use any kind of hole punch, but I'm using the small part of a crocodile, and where those 2 lines meet, I'm making a hole. What this is going to do is make an area that will help it not tear by that little circle. So when you put your photos or decorations in, it won't tear on you. If you leave it just straight, if you remove the cards often enough, it could easily tear. That was a little low. Okay. I'm not sure. I had a tea party with the girls the other day, and I think that's what this layout's going to be. Now you take out the centers that we cut originally. All those little teeny pieces. I'll use some scissors to help. I'll put this on here so you can see better. You can put ink, but because this is dark paper, I'm not worried about any inking. This is a retired paper called Lola. It's the end of my stash, and I just always loved this bright paper. So I'm just cutting out the insides of my holes. You can see one was a little out of place, but it won't matter when it's done. And last one. This one did not go through all of the layers, so I'm just snipping it where it didn't cut through. And there is my pocket. I now have a place where I can put cards in once it's attached. And I think I will put adhesive on the bottom so that, of course, it won't go out the bottom. And on this side, I'm going to use thin adhesive so it won't go over those holes. And there we have a good beginning of a layout. Take my backings off. Now you could have fewer holes or more holes, and it could be any size depending on what you want to put into. So you might want to burnish that down a little bit so it doesn't come off. There we go. So I'm going to use this for my layout. Center it here and place it down. And now we can put things in the pockets. And I'm not sure what we're putting in the pockets yet, but that's our first project for our friendship tea on Saturday. Now I'm going to do another project. I think I'm going to keep going. Looks like I have some power left. We are going to make a slider card. And this is the basis of our slider card. It is a half of an 8.5 by 11 paper. Let me just clean up a little bit here. And this is the pattern. We are going to score a half of an 8.5 by 11 paper. Let's see. So that would be 4 1/4 all the way down. Is it 11 inches? Let's see. 11 inches. Okay, so this is a half a paper. And I'm going to score it at a half an inch. Then fold that down. Score it 3 5/8. Then I'm going to flip it and score there. And